sometimes it's hard for me to even literally just hit the record button. Most of the time, I think when I'm at my computer, I have my headphones on. This doesn't really have much to do with the topic of today, but I was thinking about, I guess, just how I'm hurting, man. I'm hurting in the sense of I've been trying to shoot my shot with this girl at work. I know, I know, but um, and it's not really going too well. It is, but it isn't. Like, it's going well in the sense of, and it's not going well in the sense of like, oh, okay, like I feel like most women make it obvious when they like you, and because I can't tell, I'm just gonna assume that she doesn't like me, so I'm gonna back off. But I think that's kind of the point in that this is the first woman I think I've liked beyond just like, oh, you're attractive. You get what I'm saying? Um, but I don't know. Like, I think it kind of feels good because they have kind of been giving me an answer pretty early on, or at least I've been taking their lack of ambition around it, the idea of us, as like an answer. And I think I kind of just like learned that from a younger or a past experience of mine, where someone was kind of just willing to drag me along for the ride, versus like just giving me a flat out answer. But I think that's the thing, like the luxury of an answer. You know what I mean? It. I think some people, like I think most people, I think if someone's asking me, I feel like they are owed an answer. But I think like realistically, at the end of the day, you're not owed anything. Um, I don't know. It is kind of strange to me though, at times, because it's like, well, I don't know. Like I feel like it's kind of like a common decency thing, but at the same time, yeah, as I said, you're not really owed anything. So at the end of the day, hey, fuck off. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know. I think it hurts though, nonetheless. But this pain is kind of like it feels like cathartic in a way because it's just like, well, even though I'm not getting what I want, it's just like I don't know. I'm used to it, or I guess I'm. Hold on. That sounds like real. Like you know what I'm saying? That sounds real lame, but more so like I'm used to the sense of the things that I have. I've worked for in some capacity, so it's just like getting something easy almost seems like you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like you gotta be willing to fail a shit ton to get the love of your life. Because at the end of the day, if you got them on your first try, then it's just like I don't know. You wouldn't obviously you're probably gonna appreciate them, but it's just like you wouldn't appreciate them the same as if you failed like 99 times and then you got them on the 100th time or some shit like that. Probably not true. Realistically, I'm like, man, I'd appreciate them regardless when I get them, but you get what I'm saying. I don't know. Life in general, man, just like it feels like at times it I'm like at a standstill, and like what I'm doing in life, but at the same time I'm not because I've picked up new hobbies and things, and I'm like appreciating that I've like become a lot more aware of how I'm utilizing my time, and I've just been reading a lot more, and reading has like made it so that it feels like I'm having more dreams, and I don't think that really has like any correlation inherently with the fact that I'm reading more, but I feel like I've been missing out on the fact I haven't been having dreams lately, or at least like I'd say like in the past couple months, or prior to me starting to pick up reading and such. I felt like I wasn't really dreaming all too much, or really just imagining things. And now that I have started reading again, I've kind of reconnected with that, and I missed it like a lot because I enjoy. Obviously, I've been enjoying reality and things of that nature. But I spent so much time. I spent so much time scrolling. I still do. I'm not gonna act like that's like a past habit. I spent so much time scrolling. It feels like my mind is not really active on its own unless I am scrolling. You get what I'm saying? Like just more so consuming, not really producing anything on its own, other than like obviously like conversation and things of that nature. But I think that was kind of holding me back in a bit. Like it felt like I was stunted because of that. And I blame a lot of like this sense of feeling frozen in time on me grieving. truthfully, because I think death is like the only real form of time manipulation. In that it's just like things just kind of stop for that person. Like the person that's died, time is frozen, right? Like that is they are in that moment forever. You get what I mean? But everyone else is still moving on. But except for the people that are the closest to them, they're kind of frozen too for a bit. Um, I'd say for a bit, but really it's like the amount of time they're frozen for is just kind of up to the person, and it's kind of messed up in that way because I felt like there was nothing really changing. Like it didn't feel like there was anything that really changed about me fundamentally from the day my grams died. Really, like the day her spirit died more so. Like not her physical body, but because it's like she was kicking on this planet for like 2 more months, but you couldn't have a conversation with her. 2 3 more months, but it was yeah, like she wasn't there anymore. Um, like I count my last talk with her, I think like 4 months before she actually died. But either way though, it's like I didn't really feel like I was really moving on anywhere. Like it felt like if you talk to me the next really like yeah from 2023 to 2025, like really like up until like a couple months ago, if you talked to me at any point there, then I'd say you really would have gotten like the same amount of conversation from me. Um, and it wasn't until I like talked about this with the girl that I have a crush on at work that I kind of felt like I actually started like moving forward a bit. And then I went to a convention. Then I started reading more manga, buying it, and actually just bringing it home. And I'm like, you know what? There's still so much to life. Like I don't want me to just be frozen. Like I don't know. It's doesn't seem like me. It doesn't seem like the type of person I've ever wanted to be. But granted, I never experienced something like that before, so I cut myself a little bit of slack. Cut myself a little bit of slack. You know what I mean? I don't know. But I guess that's like the point of the title of this video. Like there is no. It's a quote from Full Metal Alchemist. If y'all didn't know, if you don't know, go watch some Peak, man. That is Peak right there. But Full Metal Alchemist, man, it I think because of how early on I watched it, I was like, I had that mindset for a lot of things, and I was moving through like I felt pretty confidently in that. But once I was actually faced with some real trial outside of something that I could handle on my own, it felt like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You get what I mean? Like that was it was different. I don't know. I got this ball from the fair. A friend of mine, I say I got it. A friend of mine stole it from me, because I paid for a couple of the things we were doing. And I think that's like the thing about friends that I appreciate the most is like their willingness to do something for you when you don't even ask. Because like it wasn't something I asked for, but we'll take it. We'll take it. They're not gonna miss it. Very balancing and such. Either way though, right now I'm reading Blood on the Tracks. Yeah. I just finished volume four. All I think I don't know how many volumes there are, but the my local Barnes it has up to volume 12. I thought about getting all 12 right then and there because I was just breezing through these things like butter, bro. I'm like these things. Most volumes, I can't. It takes me like I guess it really just depends on the size because I'm comparing them to Pun Pun right now, and it's like Pun Pun volumes have been taking me a couple of days to read. Like I'm reading them at work, and I'll read like maybe like a third of it. If I'm like really locking in, I'll read like a third to half of it in a single shift, right? But like these, I read 3 volumes in about an hour. So I'm like, damn, I definitely could just read all of this before even leaving, but I want to go and do something else today. So instead, bought I bought 4 of the volumes. Did you know? I want to go and lend them to somebody. That's the thing. Even though I don't think this girl likes me back, at least in the way that I like her, I still want to make a connection with her. Because at the end of the day, it feels like when we're having conversation and such, they're really good conversation. Like she feels like a real human, and that's the thing, man. I feel like people. I think I'm at like the perfect age for people to either make their life substantially better or ruin their life. Because I'm seeing people actively ruining their lives at my age, and I'm like, I guess that makes sense how like our parents ended up the way they did, but like also like because like really what it comes like there's a whole list of circumstances that could be at play, but like something that has to like kind of be there is like their willingness to just like go towards what makes them feel good, even if it is just like very temporarily and it's like actively harming them in the long run. You get what I mean? Like, I don't know. People out here doing coke. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's the shit I be talking about. So I'm like, what? What? If it's gotta go up my nose, I'm not touching it. I don't care. Like, what? People are crazy, man. I don't know. As I gotten older, I've been exposed to a lot of things that I'm just like, you know what? Like, growing up, I used to think like cocaine was like genuinely, for one, extremely difficult to get, but two, like really only in like really high wealthy places. And I'm like, obviously, like, yeah, probably like that super good shit, yeah, but I'm gonna go ahead and cut that conversation because I don't want to be like exposing my life too much. um but no, yeah, man, read. It's good. I i think reading genuinely has like kind of put me back on the track that I felt like I wanted to go on. And also, I had the adult like crazy in these past couple days. I've had to call companies and make appointments. Ugh. Oh my lord, man! Like, you telling me I have to call and interact with another human being? Come on, man! Just do this shit for me. If you're not gonna do it for me, make it really simple to do on my computer. Come on, dude. Like, I'm not old enough to where I like am like aged out of using the internet, but I'm also not old enough to where I feel completely comfortable just like calling up and talking to like the phone people, because I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't want to deal with the sass. Sometimes they be listen. I also have to answer the phone at work, and I definitely be like, "What? You don't know the answer to this? How can you not?" But I'm also like, bro, of course I know the answer to this. This is not my job, bro. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? It's a two-way street. You feel me? You show me respect, I'll show you respect. That's usually the method that I'm on when I'm at work. But sometimes it will end up happening is someone won't show me respect. Like, person A won't show me respect, but I'm like just showing face for person A. But then I'm like, the showing face slowly goes away. But by this point, person A is already gone. Person B comes along, and they kind of have to deal with like, you know what I'm saying? It's usually just like a carryover. I don't like doing that though. I try and like have like a mental like with each person, because like, bro, they having their own shit going on. I'm not, I don't need to bring their life down anymore. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I look forward to life on and I try to do that on a daily basis, because I don't know, I meet new people, I'm exposed to new opportunities. Those types of things makes like life just seem worth it. Honestly, but also a moment that makes life seem worth it, dude. I locked in on Terraria the other day. Oh, that was so fucking goaded, bro. I wish I actually like had my clipping software up for Terraria sometimes. Cause I'm just like, dude, Terraria really be like having like depending on the mod you're playing, or I guess even base Terraria, really, it's like they'll just be having like bullet hell type moments, and it's just like, bro, that shit feels so good. If you go in that and like get no hit on that shit, it's just like, bro, that shit's goaded. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. There's like there's certain levels of satisfaction I get from gaming, and it's not really from multiplayer games anymore. It really is just from like single player games that I'm just like, yo, like skill test, skill check, and I just pass that shit. I'm like, oh man, life's good, life's good. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and catch y'all later. This video is kind of all over the place, but I feel like y'all would know this by now. So I'll catch you on the flip. Peace, peace. Bonus bit. I spent like when I got home from work today, I spent like 30 minutes just sitting, just lying in bed with soup, a cat, and it just made me realize, I'm like, yeah, man, like it doesn't take much for life to feel good. I think you just kind of have to find gaps in all the chaos to just be able to stop all the noise, and just relax with a loved one. And in this instance, it was a cat, but hey, that does not devalue the moment at all for me.